Hello friends, welcome to 𝗗𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗑𝗦𝗐𝗑𝗠𝗠. So the stock which I wanted to discuss with you guys today, name of the stock is Suzlon. This company has seen a lot of tough times in the sense that stock used to be a large cap company. This company used to be a large cap company and it was reduced to a small cap company as the stock price went all the way down from 400 rupees to 2 rupees. And so it became a small cap company from being a large cap. And then what happens in last 8 to 10 months, this stock again comes back, it bounces back, and from being a small cap, it becomes a mid cap company. Very recently, just few weeks back, it was announced that Suzlon is now a mid cap company. So there has been a downward journey and then there has been an upward journey which has happened just now. So this downward journey was because of some problems which happened in the company, and now this upward journey has started and looks like this stock is actually reviving now. It's a great revival story. So let's try to understand what went wrong in this company and then we will discuss the other aspects of it. So as far as this video is concerned, we'll first try to understand the past of this company. What was exactly that happened wrong with this company. We'll try to understand that. Then once we understand that, then we'll do the qualitative and the quantitative analysis of the present scenario in the company and the technical analysis to find out whether the stock is at the attractive level or not to buy or not. Okay, so guys, this whole story starts with a guy named Mr. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗠𝗘𝗥. He was a great visionary, born in Rajkot, Gujarat, to a very middle class family. He did his commerce and mechanical engineering, and then he ventured into textile business. He started a company called Suzlon Synthetics Private Limited. So he found the biggest problem which he found in this business was that in the textile industry you have a lot of machines, so you need a lot of power. So his profitability was decreasing because of this heavy bills and all that. So he thought that there should be some other source of energy so that he can reduce the cost of electricity. So that led him into venture into wind turbines and all that. So he got some wind turbines installed, and because of those wind turbines, what happened was his profitability increased like anything, and he was able to run this business in a smooth manner. Then in 1995, what happens is that he suddenly exits this textile business and gets into this renewable source of energy, into wind turbines and all that. So in 2005, IPO of Suzlon is launched and it gets subscribed 51 times. That was a great achievement, and overnight 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗠𝗘𝗥 becomes a billionaire. After that, he does a very ambitious acquisitions. So what all he acquires is that he acquires Hansen Transmission, a Belgian maker of wind turbines and gearboxes, and invests for $60 million in a Chinese company as well. So he acquired a lot of companies, and after that what happened was that 2008 came and recession came along with it, and because of the Lehman Brothers collapse. So all the orders from USA and Europe got cancelled because of this recession, and company went into huge debt. They had a lot of machines, they have everything, they had good infrastructure, but there were no orders coming. When no orders were coming, so that led to the huge debt in the company. So what did it do? It sold off 35% stake in the Hansen Transmission, which it had brought here, and there was a German subsidiary company as well. They sold that as well. And then came into action these debt structuring plans. So Mr. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗠𝗘𝗥 did some debt restructuring plans. In fact, there were 3 of them, but I won't go into those details and all that. That will make the video very lengthy, and I guess it will make it very boring. So let's just end this discussion here that there were debt restructuring plans, and because of those debt restructuring plans, what happened was that the company got back into the groove and it started doing very well. So this is the picture of Mr. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗠𝗘𝗥. He says that believe in the power of your ideas and give it your all. That's what he did. He believed in the idea of this renewable source of energy. He worked on it and he actually took it to the completion as well. So these 3 debt restructuring plans took the company back on the track and it became profitable. So look at this fantastic quote from Mr. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗠𝗘𝗥. He says, ideas are only good as their execution. Even if you have a good idea but a bad execution, it won't help you much. So good ideas need good execution as well. So what prompted him to get into this wind turbine business, this renewable source of energy, was that because he felt that 250 million people of India don't have access to electricity. So that's what prompted him to get into this. Now let's try to understand the renewable energy growth, which is driven by wind and the solar. So friends, now we see that how was this growth driven by the wind and solar? So what they are expecting is that 50% renewables in the energy mix by 2000. They are expecting that by 2030 there will be 50% renewable sources of energy and 500 gigawatts of non-fossil fuel energy capacity by 2030. So they are expecting that they'll be able to scale up to 500 gigawatt. That's huge. And what else they are giving along with this package is that they expect the carbon emissions to reduce by 1 billion tons. That's huge. That's a great contribution to the society. And net zero emissions by 2070. And by 2070, they are saying that there will be no emissions, no carbon emissions at all. Okay. So 45% reduction is on the cards by 2030 as well. Next, let's try to understand their domestic demand outlook. So they are the fourth largest wind market in the world. Okay. And 100 gigawatt is the target by 2030. And by 2027, they are expecting 94 gigawatts. And wind pipeline as on 23 is around 13 gigawatts, and installation in next 5 years through policy corrections is around 26 plus gigawatts. So they have a great plan, a very structured plan for the future. So key highlights is, so they have globally installed wind energy capacity of the magnitude of around 20.3 gigawatts, and in India their market share is around 32%, and they have around 6,000 plus global workforce. Okay, now how they have positioned themselves? They have positioned themselves so across all the states where the wind is a good, where there is a good amount of wind, and that can be used in those wind turbines. So they have installed around 14.3 gigawatts. They have around 9,600 turbines and $10 billion assets under management. So that means the wind turbines which they are managing, firstly is the installation, and the secondly is the managing that installation. So that is worth around 10 billion. Okay, they have 1900 customers across the globe. 32% share of all Indians. In India, it's around 32%. So what is the impact of this clean energy which they are giving? So this is a renewable source of energy, and that's very clean source of energy. Over 3.06 billion trees absorbing carbon dioxide per annum. Over 9.32 million household powered PA, and over 36.81 metric of carbon dioxide emission prevented. So this is huge. 36.81 metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions has been prevented because of this technology. Now let's look at the order book of the company. So order book of the company has been increasing. So in March 2022, it was around 788. And then it becomes 652 megawatts, and then 1433 megawatts, and currently it's around 1613 megawatts. So this 1613 megawatts corresponds to around 1 megawatt they're selling for 5 crores. So you can multiply 5 by 1613, so you can imagine how big their order book is. So it's around 7,000 something. It comes to around 7,000 crores. So if you look at the management profile of the company, Mr. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥, he was no more now. But there are other very able directors and chairman and the CEO with huge experience, around 20 to 30 years of experience in this field. So they are contributing and channelizing this energy which was given to them by Mr. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗙. Now let's try to do the quantitative analysis of this company. The market cap of this company is around 54,679 crore. As I said that it was a small cap company. From small cap company, now it has become a mid cap company because of the good work which has been done. The pledged percentage is 0. Okay, and if we look at the ROC is around 20.8, which is quite good actually. The PEG ratio is 8.65. And the interest coverage ratio is 2.36. Interest coverage ratio of 2.36 means that they are in a position to pay off their debts completely. Change in DII holdings. DIIs have added around 3.91% extra in this stock, and FIIs have also entered into the stock. They have added around 3.09%. Now, how do we understand the magnitude of work which they have done. Just look at this figure. The market cap of the stock 3 years back was only 1,179 crores. It was reduced to a small cap. And what is the market cap now? It's 54,679. So how much they have grown? 50 times they have grown from this market cap which was 3 years back. So they have actually done quite a good work, and things are looking well. If you look at the debt to equity ratio, it's just 0.04. So they have reduced the debt like anything. Now let's have a look at the quarterly results. If we compare September results with the previous quarter, 1,400 here and 1,300 here, so there's an increase. And if we see the the EPS, so it's quite the same, 0.08 here, 0.08 here. There's an increase in profit from 101 crores to 102 crores. So it looks good. As far as the margins are concerned, the margins have increased from 15% to 16%. So quarterly results look good. Now let's have a look at the profit and loss statement of the company. If you look at the sales used to be huge at one point of time, right? They used to be 21,000, 18,000, 20,000, but slowly sales decreased to around 2,000 something, and now the sales are again increasing to 3,000, now 6,000, 5,000, and TTM, yani trailing 12 months, they are clocked at around 5,925 crores. So they are doing quite well now after this brief slump which they had, where the sales went all the way down to 2,973 crores. If you look at the operating profit of the company, look at this. This was the tough time. -23, -856, -283, -5740. Everything is in minus here, right? And now everything is in plus to 537, 900, 833, and the trailing 12 months is around 872. Other than, if you see at the net profit is also increased. It has, in the last year, it was around 2,887 crores, which is by far the highest if you compare it with the preceding years, right? And the TTM is around 601. And so this is all about it. But let me tell you one thing about this company. Now the first half of the year is not that good for this company, but the second half of the company is expected to be much better than the first half. Although in the first half of this financial year, the company did very well and the stock price also appreciated, but the second half is going to be much better, so do watch out for that as well. If you look at the balance sheet, equity capital has increased from 355 crores to 2719 crore. What's important here is that their reserves, right? They used to have -8,000, -7,000, and this has slowly decreased. Now it's only -1,355, and in September, from being in negative, they have gone into positive of 690 crores, right? And if you look at the borrowing, their borrowing was huge. It was in 14,000 crores. And right now, how much is the borrowing? It's just 146 crore. That means their debt is decreasing like anything. And if you also look at the liabilities, it used to be 32,000 crores something. Now, how much is the liability? Just 5931. So interest coverage ratio was also good, which indicated that this company is good enough to pay off its debt. Now the debts are really very less now. So the assets, they used to be at around 32,000 something. They decreased. Now they are again increasing, and they're doing quite well here as well. Now let's look at the cash flow of the company. The cash flow of the company is around 1302 in March 2022, and March 2023 it's around 467. It's on a road to recovery, and it will give you even better results in the coming days. Guys, now we have done the fundamental analysis of this company. Let's try to understand and do the technical analysis of this company now. So let's look at the chart of this company. If you see, the price of the stock at one time used to be around 400 rupees, and then it came all the way down, and almost 90% price came down, and then the stock was consolidating in the range. This was the consolidation period when the fortune of this company changed all the way from 2 rupees. Right now stock is, I think, trading around 60-70 rupees. Let's see in the next chart how much is the current price, because it's not visible here, but I am telling you the stock price went all the way to 2 rupees. That was 3-4 years back. Let's see here. Look at this. It went all the way up to around 3 rupees here. So it used to be at around 2 to 3 rupees here. It consolidated in this range for a pretty long time. That consolidation started in 2021, and till 2023 July, it was only consolidating in the range. It was trading under 10 rupees during this time, and then the breakout happened, and that breakout took the stock all the way from 10 rupees to around 40 rupees. So that means it has already given 4x returns, right? 400% returns it has already given. So this is the weekly chart of the stock, and if you see here, this is the triangle structure. This was the point of entry. Here we could have entered and we could have made some gains. This was the time when the profit booking happened and the price went down, and you see here there's a downward channel formation here, and that downward channel is broken by this candle, which means that the price has come out of the correction and now it can go higher. So this is the weekly chart. Now let's move on to the daily chart. In the weekly and in the monthly chart, you saw this trading range, that is this trading range, and from that trading range the price went all the way up to 270%, and this is the ascending triangle which I was talking about, where the consolidation happened, and that gave us an entry point here. Now the second entry point is here, because if you see, the stock was going in the downward channel, and that downward channel has been broken on the upside. Now the stock is again ready to go up. There was this correction which was in the stock, so I guess from the daily chart it gives us a complete picture that the stock is absolutely ready to go up again. So yes, 40 rupees currently the stock is trading around 41, 42 rupees. It looks a good price. A stop loss of around 34, 33 is required, but I normally don't advise stop loss, because this is such a company where one should be an investor and should not trade this stock at all. If you are an investor and if you stay in the company for a long time, it will definitely make you rich. Let's not understand the stock market from the perspective of a stock. Let's try to understand that what we are buying is a company, and if the company is doing well, in some time it will make us wealthy as well. Okay, so guys, in the last but not the least, Mr. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 is no more with us. He passed away on 1st October 2022, but his vision, his thoughts, his ideas are with us, and because of his vision, the company is doing well, and I wish all the best to Suzlon. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I would request you to do like, comment, and forward this video to your friends so that you can spread across the world, and that will help them as well. So wish you a very nice week ahead. Thank you, goodbye, and good luck.